show your face. Show your face, please, with Durk on top.
I don't know how many of you guys been keeping up with the allegations surrounding Lil Durk and the OTF RICO trial, but a lot has been dropping lately, and once again, it's not looking too good for any of these guys, including Lil Durk. Now, aside from the trial, they're saying that the suspects within the Stephon Mack case have both agreed to testify against Lil Durk and claim that they were paid for that shooting. But I still haven't seen anywhere where it says specifically that they did in fact say it came from Lil Durk himself, at least not yet. Now, it seems like no matter what comes out in regards to this case, Durk fans have high hopes that he's coming home, and every bit of evidence that the feds throw out there in their defense, people are claiming that it's weak, or it's not enough, or that's nothing, and etc. But for these guys to have text messages, audios, videos, music, eyewitnesses, cooperators, and people are still saying that it's nothing, it's crazy. At the end of the day, none of us really knows the outcome of the situation, no matter how good or bad it looks as of right now. We're just gonna have to wait and see when it's all said and done, and then take it from there. However, in the meantime, that's not gonna stop us from pointing out some interesting things in this case that doesn't look so good for Durk and the guys. Now, as new information has dropped, we will learn that late THF member Bayzoo was now included in the documents that they dropped and was caught in text messages with Lil Durk, as they are acknowledging that there is a snitch amongst them, as well as catching Lil Durk himself telling OTF THF and others to basically stay solid no matter what. And I don't know what any of these street guys don't understand. Stay off the phones. I mean, you do have a bunch of encrypted apps that you could use if you don't want to stay off that phone. But according to the feds, these guys basically incriminated themselves all through this case while being on them phones, which seem to be the #1 way the feds are able to get these guys, whether it's them or any other artists in that industry. Can you imagine if these guys didn't use phones, how hard it would be for the feds? But at this point, from social media to just text messages or phone records, we see these guys getting pinched left and right. On top of all that, there's cooperators thrown in the mix that just make everything all worse. Now we're going to get into the latest situation from the Bayzoo text and cooperators in the Stephon Mack case. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now. Well, you could be getting paid literally just for playing games while this video play in the background at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Now, I'm not saying you'll get rich, but I am saying that you could easily make something while doing nothing except for sitting on the couch playing games if you download the app Free Cash. Tap or click the link I pinned in the comment section, or scan the QR code that I put right here on the screen. Also, if you use my link right now, they give you a little something to start off with just for signing up. So if you want a little Uber Eats or something to snack on and don't feel like dipping into your own wallet, play a few games so you don't have to spend your own ends. Now let's get back to the video. Now, I think at this point we should all know that co-conspirator 6 is THF Bayzoo. So when you hear that, keep in mind that they're referring to Bayzoo himself. Now, in the court documents where they allege Bayzoo warned Lil Durk about a possible informant within the crew, it'll state, quote, evidence collected during the investigation also showed that Enterprise members took significant steps to prevent law enforcement detection and conceal evidence. For example, in a July 2023 group text message thread between Defendant Banks, co-conspirator 6, and other Banks gang Enterprise members, Defendant Banks instructs the group to delete the text thread and start a new one after co-conspirator 6 sends a voice-recorded message to the group suggesting police had recently arrested someone and were asking about Defendant Banks, co-conspirator 6, and Banks gang Enterprise members. Co-conspirator 6 then sends instructions to the group on how to further conceal evidence by deleting text messages from cloud storage. Additionally, the co-conspirators often use multiple burner phones and would dispose of those phones after violence to prevent law enforcement from obtaining relevant information, as Defendant Banks did after SR's murder in Los Angeles. As a result, the grand jury returned to TSI alleging a racketeering enterprise as set forth in the TSI. Members and associates of the gang enterprise committed violence on behalf of the enterprise, including the following. Now, they would even go as far as showing the actual text messages, showing proof which clearly shows someone saying to clear the text thread and get a new one who they are identifying as Lil Durk, along with him telling them to click on that edit sign and clear everything else too, so it don't stay in the cloud because it's the new update. And how ironic, it still stayed in the cloud. He must have thought that he was Mojo Jojo or something, because if they found out late that there was an informant, wouldn't they think the police already knew about the thread? And clearly whoever the informant was had to either be a part of the thread or have knowledge of it, which is why they wanted to get rid of it so bad. Or maybe they really just wanted to get rid of literally everything. But forget all that, right? Let's get back to the comment about deleting the thread, pressing edit so it can delete everything prior, right? For y'all out there, please let me tell y'all this, and y'all should understand this very clearly, because we say this in almost every video that we cover, where we see that the feds basically got these guys because of their phones. Even in the situation with Pooh Shiesty and CEO Big 30 recently, where he tried to destroy the phone, in which I guess he thought he was destroying the evidence, but at the end of the day, everything is in that cloud. Let me tell y'all, any phone that you have that connects to the internet is not a burner phone. The minute that phone connects to Wi-Fi or anything, it's no longer a burner phone. Also, once you have a cloud set up to your device, you can't delete anything. I mean, you could delete it from your phone, but anything you delete can be recovered going all the way back to at least 10 years, and that includes pictures, videos, text messages, and etc. So honestly, this is probably the only thing the feds are showing us that they have, but if you ask me, I'm sure they have way more than what they're showing, which I guess they'll show more at trial. And speaking of trial, actually, it just came out literally minutes ago that the feds say they have seized 59 of those devices that they claim were burner phones used by OTF to carry out violent acts. They're also saying that 38 of those phones came after Lil Pab's death. And they're alleging that the members used burner phones and discarded them after they performed violent acts. Sheesh. And being that they was burner phones, it's no telling what they were saying on there that the feds now know. And like I said before, man, Durk got some very strong fans, because in the comments of the post on my mixtape, one person would state, quote, "How you discard something and you just randomly find it to link it, that's gonna get dropped." Let me tell y'all, I understand that a lot of Durk fans are young, but the feds operate very, very slick. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is this: when the feds are on you and you discard something, even if you throw something in the garbage, if they got you on surveillance and you're doing it and they recover it, it's yours, because I'm sure they can prove it, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. But here's the information that they have in regards to the burner phones, as it is state, quote, "This prosecution arises from a coordinated gang murder. At approximately 6 a.m. on October 24, 2024, the government executed simultaneous warrants and arrested defendant Banks, 5 co-defendants in and around Chicago, Illinois. Soon after, defendant Banks began booking international flights in an apparent attempt to flee the United States later that evening. The FBI arrested defendant Banks before he boarded a private flight out of the country, and he and his co-defendants were subsequently charged in the first superseding indictment. The FSI outlined the gang-related natures of SR's murder and identified multiple uncharged co-conspirators who conspired to unalive TB, resulting in SR's death. As a result, the government continued to investigate the conspiracy and other criminality linked to defendant Banks and his co-conspirators. That investigation involved robust legal process and a review of voluminous digital records, with 59 digital devices and accounts seized, including 38 following the defendant's arrest. The investigation also revealed the co-conspirators' tradecraft in attempting to evade law enforcement, including witness intimidation, their use of multiple burner phones, and messages showing instructions from enterprise members to delete communications, including defendant Banks telling co-conspirators to delete thread and start new one after suspecting an individual provided information to federal law enforcement. Now, for the people in the comments of blog posts or Twitter who keep saying that the judge is siding with the feds and granting them everything, well, duh. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure the judge knows more than what we know. And do you think that the judge is going to side with you before the feds? Unfortunately, this is how it goes in them courtrooms, which is why they say make sure you never have to see them. Now, one user on Twitter will state, quote, "This judge also been biased and been cooperating with the prosecution. They were hurt since the defendant's lawyers said they should dismiss, disqualify all the judges in the LA district and the USA attorney office. That's since when they were hurt and start putting more." And by more, I'm assuming he means charges, right? Now, honestly, he may even have a point, but for y'all that don't understand how the law works, Well, welcome. It's nothing fair in that courtroom. And the judges, prosecutors, feds, courts, whatever you want to say, they're all under the same umbrella at the end of the day. So if you're looking for anything to be equal and fair in the courtroom, you have a rude awakening. However, if Durk and his attorneys could put together a good defense, he may be good, but to be honest, it's looking exactly like how it looked for the suspects in Duck's trial. How they swore the feds didn't have nothing, and the feds came with a bunch of new evidence that nobody saw before when it came time for trial. But speaking of Durk's lawyers, the last I heard of the billion-dollar attorney himself, Mr. Drew Finland, when he spoke on the trial, he was using the race card. Check this out.
Sure. So, we noticed right from the beginning that the government really didn't have an understanding of the music industry. And it's really kind of a systemic problem we see in the hip-hop industry, whereas generally speaking, law enforcement and prosecutors are really unaccepting of the fact that young performers, particularly young black performers, could drive $300,000 cars, have $200,000 in cash and beautiful watches, and make it legally. And so they'll take the acronym for a record label and they'll just automatically think it's gang activity and give no credence to the fact that these young men are building incredible industries and really helping the economy. And that's really the case with Durk. Durk comes from Chicago. He's self-made. He was a Grammy Award winner. He was deeply involved in community service right here in your city. Okay, he had local politicians supporting him. He had people in the community supporting him, and they brought this case against him. And we have been defeating them on so many legal issues. And so every time we get to the cusp of trial, the case gets put off. And you can see that on behalf of Durk, we say every single time we're ready to go to trial.
Now, I think Mr. Finland is a very dope lawyer, y'all, right? He's represented a bunch of celebs, got them off, and he even represented the president of the United States. But let me tell y'all right now, if he's basing his defense off race, Durk better off just asking what's the best plea for him right now and call it a day. It's no way he about to use that at this trial, especially when the jury is anonymous. But once again, he's the lawyer, so I guess we just gotta let him work his lawyer magic and see what ends up happening. Now on another note, OTF Vonnie living his best life, he don't seem to have any worries. While all these allegations are coming out, Vonnie is out here marrying a girl from jail and bought her a real nice ring. Y'all check this out.
I'm about to flip the table.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, we go. I'm gonna call you right back. Oh my God. Call you back.
Y'all could call Vonnie what y'all want, right? But one thing I would say, boy definitely know how to choose him when it comes to his women. I give that to him. But aside from that, he got her a nice ring and married her from jail. And I've seen people say things like he's getting married because he knows he's coming home. He's setting up for when he come home. Another user under the blog comments will even state, quote, Ninja told, now he feel like he near a way home. Then another person under him will state, quote, that boy coming home, laughing emoji. Now listen, y'all, for y'all that don't know how that system works, maybe he is, but in order to have trailer visits, aka get a little something while you're in jail, you must be married. So I'm more than sure that's the reason. Or maybe y'all are right. Maybe he feel he coming home and want to get married, so who knows, man. But y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. We're just gonna have to see how this whole thing plays out. I see everyone making posts about the guys involved in the Stephon Mack case who are willing to cooperate against Durk, as has been said, but that's old news. They already told us that months ago when the second suspect was finally caught, and he told them that there was money in fact put on Stephon Mack's head. I think y'all kind of could have did the rest yourself, but it is what it is, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out. Are you tired of a bunch of social media gurus promising you results with their course, but all they do is take a bunch of information off YouTube and Google, then sell it to you? Well, look no further. Our YouTube Tips and Tricks Masterclass course comes equipped with SEO tips and tricks, along with methods we use to growth hack our YouTube channel. It also includes step-by-step ways to publish your video before uploading to guarantee a great SEO score, therefore your videos can rank and be shown to a bigger audience. Views and subscribers don't come by luck, and just how YouTube have an algorithm, you should have one as well that can guarantee you results. We threw in websites and softwares we personally use to generate money creating Faces YouTube channels. If you also would like to skip the process and just buy other pre-built accounts, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, we also threw that in there for you too. We went through trial and error, so you don't have to. Click the link in the description or the comments and get started today.